So this here is a model that is loosely based on the experience of England in the late 1700s and still continuing to today. It basically states that countries go through stages of transition. So stage 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And all countries will eventually follow the demographic transition model theoretically. And so if we look here at the y-axis, we see births increasing and deaths increasing from bottom to top per thousand in the population, and we see time increasing from left to right along the x-axis. The pink line indicates birth rate, the blue line indicates death rate, and the red line indicates total population. So if we look at stage 1 countries, birth rates and death rates are quite high, and therefore the population remains low. No countries are currently in stage 1. All countries have pretty much developed enough to move away from stage 1 and into stage 2. If we look at stage 2, death rate, we notice, declines. Birth rate remains pretty much the same, still quite high. And then everything in between here, when there's an excess of births over deaths, we consider that natural increase. So we will call it natural increase rate. That means that the population is going to increase because there are more people being born than there are dying. So the equation to figure out natural increase rate is crude birth rate minus crude death rate. And that'll give you the actual rate of natural increase, so natural increase rate. When countries transition from stage 2 to 3, birth rates finally begin to fall, which is trying to catch up to death rate. Death rate continues to drop, but population, you can see, increases because of the excess of births over deaths. So that's, again, natural increase all in here. All right? What we're going to study today, though, is what we see between stage 3 and stage 4, and that's an increase in population, although the birth rates and death rates are quite low. So the question that demographers ask themselves is, why is population continuing to increase even though birth rate and death rate are pretty much the same? If we notice here in stage 1, birth rate and death rate are the same, they're high but they're the same, population is pretty stagnant, it doesn't change much. But yet, population is going to still increase even though birth rates and death rates are quite low here in stage 4. And so that's obviously due to population momentum. Just a quick rundown on stage 5. This is a declining population. You can see this is actually negative growth because there are more deaths than births, and so population is going to decline here. So let's get back to what we were talking about in stage 4, and that's population momentum. So population momentum, if we look at the population pyramid of China in 1990, we all know that China implemented its famous one-child policy, and that was in 1978. And so if you look here, about 12 years ago, these people, you can see, were having quite a few children, birth rate was increasing, and then it starts to decline because of the one-child policy. However,